Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bria Breelicious Stitches, and this is going to be the first episode of a series of episodes just about my 2026 Persian Tiles blanket. So let's get right into the video. Alright, what's up? How we feeling? Welcome back. I've been a little down in the dumpity. I've been a little uninspired, but now I have all of my yarn together so I can finally start this freaking blanket. I have took my notes. I am ready to start. So the first thing we need to do is show you guys the yarn and the color palette that we are working with. Obviously, my color of the year this year is green, so it's shades of green, but we had to have some pops, so let's just get into it. I got most of the yarn from Hobie online. It is a bit expensive, it is a little bit on tariffs, you know, as far as shipping goes. That's what took so long, most of it, because it's coming from Denmark. So that's the majority of it. So let's start with the first color. We have Hunter Green. It's a super cute green color, and this is probably the color that I should have got the most of, but whatever. So I got Hunter Green. Next color, Emerald Green. Super cute. Okay, and this is Hobie Amigo. Okay, this is DK weight yarn. Next one is Dusty Green. Okay, in Amigo. Primrose Yellow, super cute, light, very fun. And then we have egg yolk, egg yolk yellow, or orange, but I think they're considering this a yellow. We also got white from Hobie, and I can tell you exactly how much I got of each color, um, based off of the notes that I have already taken. The last yarn, I got one last yarn because I only bought 6 colors from Hobie, which was wrong. I needed 7. So I got the last one in the color Celery Premier Basics DK from Premier because I didn't want to wait 3 freaking weeks for it to come from Denmark. So those are all the colors. And here, I'll show them all to you together. Okay, so these are all of the colors together. Very cutesy. I bought the Persian Tiles blanket pattern from Janie Crow on Etsy. It's a $10 pattern. And I happened to have my Etsy anniversary come up, so I got 50% off something. So I got this pattern. I was going to buy it anyway, but that coupon came up and I said, yes, please. Make sure you get the one in US terms if you are in the US, but it does have a chart of US to UK terms. It's recommended that you do this pattern in like an assembly line kind of thing. So do all of the first rows. So just all of the middle parts, do all of those. Then do all of row 2 on it. Then do all of row 3, like for all 16 octagons, squares, triangles, whatever it is. And I think that I am going to do that, but I want to work one full octagon to see how I like it, see how I like the colors lining up, and then we'll do it assembly line style. This blanket is constructed using 4 parts, so we should need 16 octagons, 9 squares, 12 large triangles, and 4 small triangles to construct the blanket. At the end of it, it should be a square, and then there are borders after the fact. So I want to go ahead and get started working on the first octagon. Like I said, all of the yarn for this is DK weight, and the hooks that we'll need, 3 sizes, a 3.5, a 4, and a 4.5 millimeter hook is needed for this if you are using DK weight yarn. So this will be my first project I'm using DK weight yarn on in general, whatever. So I'm excited. I don't know how smaller yarn is going to work for me. Sometimes there's weight for yarns that just feel thinner, but in the end, they're really not. So we'll see how this ends up going. I am not doing a gauge swatch. If I need more yarn, then I'll just need more yarn because I'm not going to do any it's too much for me to try to think about, dang, I really need to tighten up or I need to loosen up on like something. I'm going to crochet how I am comfortable. So there will be no gauge swatch. I'm not hurting my hands. So if it's too much, then I'll just have to buy more yarn eventually. We will know that sooner than later. you know, if I'll need to order more yarn. So let's get started. The first thing we need is primrose and egg yolk. So I'm going to do rounds 1 and 2 of the first octagon and come back. What do I want to watch? I should probably listen to my book. Yeah, I think I'm going to listen to my book while I do this right now. And then, no, I don't want to do that. I have been watching a lot of shows, like quick things. If it's like a season or two, or if it's like a limited series, that's been my bag lately. So I just finished Tell Me Lies. Now, Tell Me Lies is 3 seasons and it's been coming on, but the final season finally just premiered, and I like to binge, so I waited until the season finale to binge, and I'm so glad to get that show off my screen. It pissed me off the entire 3 seasons. Okay, so I'm so glad that that show was over. Good, but oh my god, it stressed me out. So glad that's over. What else have I watched? I watched The Burbs, the new Kiki Palmer show on Peacock. That's good. I finally watched All Her Fault on Peacock. I watched His and Hers on Netflix. I started watching Found, which is 2 seasons. It's on Netflix now. It used to be on, I think, Peacock, and that's probably why. Because nothing makes me be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go look on Peacock. So there's something that I want to watch. It's a new show with like Avon Jogia. Is that his name? From Victorious. And yeah, that's gonna be on Prime. Day 56. Him and Dove Cameron, I believe it is, in a new show on Prime. So maybe I'll watch that. But I think I should just watch something that I know so I don't have to be paying too much active attention, which brings me to want to watch Wicked, which I may. Yeah. I don't think I need any new information while I'm trying to read a pattern. So I'm going to turn on Wicked and work on the first couple rounds, and I will show you that and we'll come back.
Ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I see. Well,
Alright, guys, so this is round 7 and it's looking good. I mean, constructually, I am really not sure about the colors. I really am trying to see it through, but I'm like, ooh, I don't know how I feel. So, this is 7 rounds. I plan on finishing this tonight, but I'm gonna go play Roblox with my homegirls. So, we'll be back after this to work on the fans. I just thought that was a good stopping point, and before we have to switch hooks and stuff like that, stop right there so I can look at it with fresh eyes once I'm done doing that. So I will come back and update you. Hey, I told you I'd be back. It's late-ish. Had a really good game. Really good game. Hopefully we'll play tomorrow. But like I said, this is where we were. And now it's time to do these forbidden fans, as people call them. So I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna get back to my movie. I had got on the phone and stuff, and so I did not watch any of the movie for real. But yeah, it says I'm 12 minutes into the movie, and I wasn't even at minute one when I started. So didn't watch that at all. So I'm gonna get back into my movie, working on these, and then I'm hoping to finish one tonight. Okay, guys, so this is 11 rows, and I have 2 more left, but I just cut my freaking fingers cutting the yarn. So that's enough for tonight. I will finish those rows in the morning and then we'll move on. But I think I'm starting to like it more. I am glad I trusted the freaking process. So yeah, it's gonna be more emerald. I have to do emerald and then white again, and that's it. So I don't know how I'm feeling, but I feel like this is a lot of yellow that I wasn't expecting. Not mad at it. So we'll talk about this more tomorrow. Good night. Hey guys. So it is the next evening. I finished, well, kind of finished. This is what I have. I did one more row, which is this large emerald row. Okay, it looks cute. And I was supposed to do one more row of white for the last round of the octagon. And I'm not saying that I won't, but they had me marking stitches, and then from the images it looked like they took the stitch markers off once they did the next round, so I moved the stitches up, but I should have kept them. So now I'm not sure exactly where I need to place my hook for some front post stuff. So I'm just gonna stop that for right now. So this is what we have. I don't know how I feel about the colors. I think it looks really cute. I think before I added the emerald, it was cute, and then we added this emerald back around it, so now I'm like, I don't know. And I hate that for me. Um, yeah, I just have to be honest. So the next thing we need to do is work on a square. It's a 6 round granny square, and that's what we need to work on next. And I think that just doing this and how it is set up, I think doing it like an assembly line is the best way to get these done. And then in the squares and the triangles, all of the colors aren't used. Only maybe 4 of the colors are used. So we'll see how it's gonna look next to it. So maybe, I don't know, because I'm kind of thinking I don't want to do it. I am so iffy about these colors, and I don't want to commit to a whole blanket, and I'm like, actually I don't like that. The color in the middle, the hunter green, I would have loved for that to be more prominent, like maybe for like the fans color. So these, the emerald and the hunter green, um doing better, or the hunter green and the celery, because even still, like, this is celery, and then on top of it is the dusty green, and you can barely tell. Here it is. Dusty green, celery, and it's so similar that it all blends, and it's not really popping the way I want it to pop. I don't know. I kind of don't want to work on it until I know that I really want to with these colors. So I will check back in and let you know what I decide. Hey guys, so I figured out what I'm gonna do. There was an image that I found of a Persian tiles blanket, and it actually comes as a kit. Like the colors that it has, comes as a kit on Mary Maxim. This kit comes with all of the colors on Mary Maxim for $90. And I seen it before I bought my yarn, but I was like, should I just get the stuff to make the kit, because it was gorgeous and I loved it so much. But I was like, no, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna try to do it myself. And then I ended up hating the colors. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get the kit. But then I was like, no, no. So I'm like, I'm just gonna use weight 4 yarn. The blanket will be bigger. That never hurt anybody. And I'm gonna use colors that are more easily attainable to me, that I don't have to order, that when I'm ready I can go and pick up more. So I have plenty of pinks and greens, and I'll put the picture up somewhere so that you can see the reference. And then I picked colors. So I needed, based on theirs, I didn't need 7 colors. I only needed 6. So let me show you my color palette. So that's the color palette. And I'm in love with it. I went ahead and instead of doing another octagon, I went ahead and did one of the squares. So this is the square, and I didn't finish it off because I realized that I messed up in the corners, so I have to go back and do that last round over. But here's what we have, and I love the colors already. It doesn't have all the colors in it, neither do the triangles, but that's cute as hell. I just wanted to see a little something, do a little sample, and I like it. I like the way the colors look just sitting here. I like the way they look on the camera. So that's the color palette that we're gonna go with. So this is from Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna use this up, and then when I need more, I can go right into Hobby Lobby and get more. Now, I was using a 5.5 millimeter hook because that's what Hobby Lobby's yarn, this yarn, calls for. But I think when I proceed, I'm gonna use a 4.5. No, I'll use a 5, and then a 5.5 when they ask for a bigger hook, because sometimes it does say that, and then there needs to be one that's smaller. So I'll use a 4.55 and a 5.5 to work on this. I'll work on an octagon tonight. I won't put you through another montage because you've seen the one that we're not even going to freaking use. So I'll just work on it, and I will show you what an octagon looks like in the colors tomorrow before we end this off. So I'll work on that tonight, and then I'll show you tomorrow, and we will end this first Persian Tiles Blanket Diary. Hey guys, it's the next evening. I have been working on the square all day, I swear, but it was taking me a while, and I'm like, we gotta rest these. So I did the best I could, and this is what we have. Okay, love, 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 love this. Love it so much better than what I was doing before. This is perfect. Let me show you the size reference in these. So it's not too much bigger, but definitely significantly larger. But no one has ever said a blanket was too big, so I think it's perfect. Let me get the square. Upon finishing this and just looking through the pattern again, I realized that there's actually 14 rounds of this octagon, not 13. But I was like, I need to film this so I could get this video up tomorrow. So I'm assuming like it would be like that on the blanket, and I'm obsessed with this as well. And like I said, I did this wrong, so I could not continue. But this is beautiful, and I would be so happy to have a blanket with this. So I'm glad that we did this. I'm glad these colors worked out great. Thank you to everybody that helped me pick those colors out. You know who you are. But yeah, so definitely they say that you should do it in like an assembly line to do all of the octagons. I don't know about the squares or anything, but definitely to do the octagons, you should do it in an assembly line. So do all of the round ones for all 16, etc., etc. So I am going to be doing that. I can see how that's easier, and I think that will be easier for me to do. So we are going to be doing that from this point forward. So in the next crochet Persian tiles diary video, we will do all of, at minimum, we'll do all of the middle rounds. We'll probably do a couple because those are just, that's nothing. But I'm going to wrap this video up. I just wanted to give you guys an introduction to our year-long project. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think or any ideas down in the comments. Let me know how long you think it's going to take me to do this blanket. It is February 24th, the evening of. I will not be working on it tonight, but we have it to the end of the year to get it done. How long do you think it's actually going to take me to get this blanket done? Let me know in the comments. If you want to be notified when I post, which is every Wednesday, hit the bell. Give me a thumbs up to let YouTube know that I'm doing a good job. And see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.